So if you're here with me watching this, you're wanting to start cold calling to find deeply discounted properties. I think it's a great idea. You can make an absolute fortune doing this. You can make a ton of money. I even did a 40-day challenge where I went and did this. I did driving for dollars and I cold called that list that I built. And I made $93,000 just selling the opportunity, selling the purchase contracts known as real estate wholesaling. So this is an amazing strategy. So you might be wondering, well, what do I say? How do I say it? How do I know if they want to sell at a discount? Right? What if they get mad at me? Who can I call? There's probably a ton of questions. And in this video, I want to deep dive all of those things that you have on your mind and help you get started today. If this is your first time to the channel, welcome. Make sure you subscribe and hit that bell notification so you don't miss any videos. We talk everything driving for dollars and real estate investing and help you guys make an absolute fortune. Everyone, my name is Zack Boothe and I wanted to ask you guys a question. Do you have fear around cold calling? If you don't, you probably have experience. What was the first time you guys had experience prospecting or trying to find leads? And if you have fear, what's your biggest fear and why? I'm going to share my first experience really quick. So I first did actual door-to-door sales when I was 12 years old, actually. So my family had a lawn mowing business and my dad, I don't know how it all happened, but I went and did door-to-door sales for the day to try and get some more lawn mowing accounts. And at the time I think I was making $4 an hour mowing lawns for my family. And we mowed a lot of lawns after school and after work. And I remember I went and door knocked and sold lawn mowing accounts. And in one evening I was making over $30 an hour in the pay structure they set up. I never wanted to mow another lawn again. I just wanted to go do door to door. So if you have fear, I want you to understand that it might be scary, but the reward and compensation for generating business is much, much higher than it is than doing the business. It's like if you want to flip houses, you're going to make 10 times more money by finding the opportunities than you are going to be the one doing the construction and working on the house. Nothing wrong with any of them. But what's important is that you're happy and you're compensated correctly. And to me, I'd rather make more money and just talk to people. In the beginning, it was terrifying, but now it's not so scary because I've done it so much. It's just like asking the cashier at the local Walmart where something is inside the store, right? It's not scary, it's just something we do. Before we dive right in, make sure you hit that like button. And if you have any questions around what you're doing in real estate, please let me know below because I do respond and I do create videos to help answer the questions you guys have. So when you're cold calling to find deeply discounted deals, the people that you're calling is going to make a huge difference. So many YouTube channels and podcasts, they say, go get PropStream or ListSource or go pull tax delinquent lists. They're wanting you to build a list of potential sellers. And the reason they say PropStream is because they get affiliate commissions. PropStream pays this influencer to say, go use PropStream. I'm not going to do that. Could I give you a discount code for PropStream? Yeah, I could, but I don't use PropStream, so I'm not going to push it. The reason I don't use PropStream, the reason I don't make money off of PropStream doing it in my own investment business is because everyone's doing that. Everyone's pulling their list to cold call from these easy to access lists. If it's a little bit harder to build the list, almost nobody's doing it. That's why driving for dollars is so amazing. Most people hear driving for dollars and they think it's only for people that are starting, just trying to get a deal here or there, but it's not something you can build a big business around. That is completely false. I proved that wrong. I make over $1 million a year doing driving for dollars. I do a deal a week from my driving for dollars list. So driving for dollars can be done on a large scale. It needs to be done properly. You have to have an app that you can build a list quickly. Traditionally, driving for dollars, you drove around, you found ugly houses with physical signs of neglect. You write down the address, you look it up on county records, you go to the white pages and find the phone number once you find out who owns the house. Took forever, right? And that's how I started. But they have technologies. There's an app called Deal Machine. You can get a free trial if you use my discount code PIN. Do I get paid for that? Yes, but I don't push that because I get paid, but because it works. That discount code is going to give you a free trial. It's going to give you free phone numbers, free postcards to a certain amount, right? So it's going to really help you guys out to get started today. So you get that Deal Machine app. Basically, it's a Google Maps image. You're driving around the neighborhoods, you identify a house, you touch the house on the phone, it'll upload all the information you need in the Excel spreadsheet so you can get to work cold calling, texting, postcarding that list. That list is going to be your most efficient list. So that's how you need to start, is you got to build the best list, because if you don't have a good list, good prospects to cold call, it's going to be much harder. You're going to get way more rejection. You're going to get people saying, you're the 5th person that's called today. And it's legitimately the 5th person that's called them that day asking if they want to sell. So you're going to have a lot of irritated people. You're going to have more rejection. It's going to be more exhausting. So please just save yourself the headache and start with a good list. Next, when you call someone, keep it simple. They don't care what business you're with. They don't care what your name is. They don't care. They care that you're bothering them. So be to the point. Hi, I'm not sure if I have the right number. I'm trying to find the owner of XYZ. That's it. Yeah, what's this about? It's like, yeah, just out of the blue, I was wondering if you'd like to sell or if you would consider an offer on your property. That is the script. You're just asking if they want to sell. Then they're going to then ask you questions. They might strike curiosity. It might say, what's your name? What's the business? Say, this is the business, and immediately fire back with a question. The worst thing you can do cold calling is when someone asks you a question, you just answer it and stay silent. You have to answer it politely. For example, if they say, yeah, I own the house. I'm not sure, like, you want to buy my house. What's your name? Right? They don't answer your question, but they fire back with a question. You say, yeah, my name's Zach, just a local investor. Curious, did you want to sell your house? No worries if you don't. And if they go, no, I don't want to sell. It's like, okay, have a good day, right? The goal is if they ask you a question, you just say, oh yeah, my name's Zach. And they go, okay, well, what company are you with? And why are you calling me? And, well, how much could you pay? And they're asking all the questions and you're just answering. You're not in control of the conversation. You're not pre-qualifying them and finding out if what you offer is what they need. As soon as you identify what you do is not their needs, then you move on to the next cold call, right? So the script is, do you want to sell your house? They'll ask a question, get to the point where they'll give you a yes or no if they want to sell the house, right? Get right back to that question. Yeah, my name's Zach. So I'm not sure, did you want to sell your house? No, I don't want to sell my house, right? Okay, great. How, do you have any other properties you'd like to sell or consider an offer at this time? No, I don't. Hang up the phone and go to the next one. Once you get someone that says yes, that's scary, right? No's are easy because no's are like, okay, great, on to the next, right? But yeses, you're like, oh, crap, what do I say? Because they're not going to be as often, right? You're going to get way more no's than yeses. But when you do get that yes, you want to capitalize. You want to make money off that lead. So then the next part of it is we got to qualify them as, do they want to sell for a discount? Or do they want to squeeze out as much as possible? Or are they just tire kickers? Do they don't want to sell their house? They're just curious what you're doing, curious about the offer. They're bored. They're not using their time efficiently, whatever the reason, I don't know. It makes me crazy, right? The tire kickers. So you got to identify what's the situation. So from there, if they say yes, you then go into the script of, okay, great, that's awesome. All I can see is what I've seen online. I've driven past the house, and if you're using a system like Call Tools, which is what I use, or mojosales.com, a lot of times you'll have the address and all the information with a link to Zillow. And you click Zillow and it'll pull up how many bedrooms, how many baths. And you can say, yeah, I see that's like a 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Can you tell me about the condition? Is it in good shape? And have them talk about the house. Then you go, well, great. Well, it sounds like it's a great rental, or it sounds like you guys have been there for a long time. Why would you even consider selling it? From here moving forward, from this point of the conversation moving forward, you need to talk to them like it's a family member. So for example, if you get a family member on the phone that says they want to sell their house, you need to have the conversation be the same as if it was a family member. Why? First, because you'll have integrity. Second is because you need to serve that person with the highest level of concern that you would for your own family, right? You would want to talk solutions. Well, family member, it's in pretty good shape. Maybe if you finish the last few finishes and listed with an agent, maybe you could get more money, right? And your family member might say, well, I don't care. I got to move jobs. I don't want to deal with it, dude. I want to be done in like 2 weeks. Can you make that happen? It's like, yeah, I can make that happen. You'll probably make a little bit less, but I'll make it convenient for you. So if that's what you want to do, I'll come out and take a look at the house and we'll figure out a time frame to close and a price and all those things, right? So that's the conversation. You're talking solutions and problems, right? And if you say, well, Mr. Seller, it sounds like a great rental. Why wouldn't you just keep it as a rental? And they say, well, everything's for sale at the right price. If you'll buy it for, $300,000, it's worth $250 fixed up and it's run down. Why would you ever, that's not going to be a fit for you as the investor. And so I tell them that. It's like, well, you know, there's no way I could pay that much. It's going to be worth much less than $250 if I have to remodel and those kinds of things. So you're wanting $300. I don't know that I'm the best fit for you. It sounds like you just sell it if you could sell it for more than it's really worth, right? Yeah, that's the case. It's like, okay, so it sounds like you really want to just keep it as a rental, right? Okay, yeah, because I'm not a fit. I'm an investor. I'm trying to find a good deal, and so, you know, it sounds like you're happy to keep the property. Yep, okay, great, have a good day, and move on. You don't want to convince anyone. If you guys want to see this live, I will put a link in the show notes and right here. I did a 40-day challenge where I took $1,000, turned it into $93,000 in just 40 days. I use a strategy. I did driving for dollars. I show you how you do it. I show the app. I do the cold calling. You hear me cold call. You hear me go through this script. On day 4, I talked to 3 sellers that turned into 5 houses under contract. On day 4, it was an incredible day, and you hear me talk. One of the particular sellers, I remember his name was Jerry, and I said, Jerry, they're completely remodeled properties. Why don't you just keep them, or why don't you just sell them with an agent? He says, I don't care. I don't care. Meaning he didn't care about making more money. He just wanted to be done. So I said, great. I set the appointment, went and met with his wonderful wife and him, and I actually got 3 contracts from him. Pretty crazy. So I want you guys to understand that this is very possible. There are people that want to trade convenience or price for convenience and speed, right? They don't want to squeeze out as much as possible because that equals more headaches, right? It's not because people are down and out on their luck. Most of the people that are defaulting on their mortgage, they have no money, they need the money, they're desperate, so they're going to do everything they can to get as much as possible. Plus, a lot of the times there's judgments and liens, and it's a headache, and they can't sell it for a discount even if they wanted to. So the people that we usually work with, they're tired landlords, right, that are already wealthy. That's what Jerry was. He just didn't want to deal with these 2 properties. He had a ton of them, right? We're dealing with people inherit properties. That was one of the situations. I did have one seller that was kind of down and out on her luck, and we put it under contract, and exactly what I said. There was judgments. There was like a $70,000 judgment, and she owed more on the property than it was even worth. I had to just leave it alone. It was one that was just going to go to foreclosure because she was so irresponsible with the situation and the money, right? And so we're finding people that want speed and convenience over price, and they can afford that, right? So that's what you're trying to do. That's who you're trying to find. It takes a lot of work. It's a lot of hustle. It's not completely easy. The process is pretty simple. Once you learn it, you could do it over and over and over, but it's a lot of hard work. That's why I did that 40-day challenge. I wanted to show you that it requires grit. And even after me doing it for years and doing hundreds of deals and making millions of dollars doing this, it's still emotionally frustrating for me. You know, the nice part is I have a team now that helps me, and I don't have to go through the daily grind like I did on the 40-day challenge, but that's how I started, and that's how you guys are gonna have to start. But I know that you guys can do it. I'm no one special, right? You might hear me talk and be on my channel and think that I have, you know, I know all this stuff, but I started as a broke window cleaner knowing absolutely nothing, and it changed my life. What changed my life more than anything was hiring a mentor. Right? Tom Kroll changed my life. He gave me the action steps. He had a community of like-minded individuals going through the process, and it really changed my life. And I wanted to pass on his legacy and do the same for other people. It's why I mentor. It's why I coach. It's why I create all this free content. Right? This free content I know is changing lives, and I know my coaching is as well. So if you're super serious and you want my mentorship, if you want a step-by-step breakdown of how to use the dialing system, how to use the Deal Machine app, what to say, how to say it, have my cell phone when you do have a deal on the line, and going on appointment, want my help negotiating, I would love to help you. I'd love to help you. I'd be honored to be your mentor. So there'll be a link in the show notes so you can go book a call. So go book a call. You'll jump on the phone. You can learn about the program, how it works, how it's structured, how much it costs, all that stuff. So go book a call, no obligation. Everyone, thank you for joining us on another video, and we'll see you in the next one.